Hello everyone, this is GamerCat09, and it is Valentine's Day 2024, and what better way of celebrating this wonderful day, or unwonderful day, depending on who you are, than with a very crushingly silent screen of Ashley Graham staring blankly into your soul. We are playing Resident Evil 4 Otome Edition, which is essentially a Resident Evil 4 dating game. I don't know anything about this other than of its existence. This was told to me, I think, last year. I think Souls was the one who dropped it. Yes, Souls takes the blame. So I have no idea what's happening. I just started this and it just left on the screen, and we're just going to. Yep. So, hey there, welcome to Resident Evil 4 Otome Edition. Before you dive in, we need to do a little housekeeping. First, the legal stuff. This game is a parody made solely for entertainment purposes. All copyrights. Blah, 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 blah. We'll wait. Okay, done. Cool. Next thing, decide how you want to preload. This will load assets into memory and create a smoother experience. Oh. Oh. Her head moves really weird. By chapter, I guess? Sure. Alright, you'll only see the loading at the beginning of a chapter. Good chance to take a break and rest your funny bone. Let us just load some essentials. Bye. She is twitching, it's horror. Oh god. Oh my god. Oh wow. Okay, new game.
Resident Evil.
Oh, Leon. Oh. Okay. Alright. "2004. I'll never forget it."
Talk about near-death experience.
Ashley, get out of there!
It was the year everything changed. I became the president's daughter, and soon after, the target of a cult. Many years have passed since that horrendous incident.
What is this?
And in all that time, I've never told anyone my side of the story. My name is Ashley Graham. And it's about time. Is she typing a multi-paragraph Twitter post? Chapter 1. Holding on to a hero. I'm holding on to a hero! I'm holding on to a hero for the end of the night! Sorry. I had to. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 142. Go. It's not, no. No. Nope. Souls is close. No. No. Although that would have been a good one. Giant Toro's close now. Nope. Nope, higher. Higher than 69. Ah, almost. Almost. Higher. A little bit higher. Up, no. Why do you say 18? I said... Oh my god, are we loading? Holy shit, it took 7 years. Soul's got it right, 78. Okay. Oh. Okay. We're gonna put the text speed up. Why did it get louder when I wanted the inventory? I have a fish, a key, an egg, a cat, and I dropped a flash grenade. And what is this face? What is happening? Was I supposed to save? Sure. Cool. Exit? Okay. Hey, going somewhere? Nowhere? I knew you wouldn't leave me. Wait! Skip? Oh. What just happened?
Caught you off guard, didn't I?
Oh, 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 oh. We just missed everything. Oh God, load. Here. All right. Wow. Okay. Skip. Why is it skipping through everything? I don't understand what is
Caught you
happening.
off guard, didn't I?
What the fuck? Oh my God. Stop. Oh. Phew! Exams are done! Thank goodness! God, I can't believe I'm gonna make a C in government. I could just hear Daddy griping about it. Holy shit, that was terrifying. I don't even know what just happened. Think of the headlines, Ashley. President's daughter can barely pass college government course. Administration's credibility in doubt. It's not that it was hard, just supremely dull. Political theory is already tedious, and it didn't help that Dr. Devereaux is a total mandroid. Where are all the young, passionate teachers? That's what my generation needs. Dad is always pushing me to find a pet project. Well, I guess I'll have plenty of time to think of a pitch on the way back to DC. For now, better hurry and find my driver before Jenna finishes her exam. She's never more than a few minutes behind me. I'm starting to think it's intentional. I pulled out my phone to call my driver, only to find that the battery had died while I was taking my exam. Darn, I really need to remember to charge this thing more often. I don't need Daddy griping at me about that too. Well, at least John is the predictable sort. He'll probably just be outside my residence hall. I started walking toward my sorority building and quickly spotted my driver's usual car. The person standing next to the car, however, was anything but expected. Oh no. Hold on. I have to move the chat box up so everyone can see it. Oh my God. Hi, Foxy. I just love like the. I'm just holding this card up. Excuse me, sir, but are you looking for me? You're Ashley Graham? Yes. Listen, if this is about my father's recent statement about slashing the veterans budget, I don't. No, I'm your bodyguard. I've been sent by the president to escort you back home. Oh, Dad told me that I'd be getting a new bodyguard.
Caught you off guard, didn't I?
In the flesh, caught you off guard, didn't I? Yeah, definitely. Although, did something change? Dad said I wouldn't meet my new bodyguard until I got back home. Yes. Yes, what? Yes, to the change of plans. We received intel suggesting you might be a target for a kidnapping. What? Here in the hallowed halls of Harvard? We don't know exactly, but they didn't want to take any chances. That's why I'm here. What's with the dubious chuckle? Probably just another dude who thinks muscles are a good replacement for tact. Been there, done them. Wow. Well, Mr. Bodyguard, do you have a name to go by? It's Klaus. Klaus, eh? Is that German or Austrian maybe? You do remind me a little of Arnold Schwarzenegger. What with the muscles and the scowl? When I was in the military, a few did call me the Terminator. Yeah, I really don't want to know the context. Hey, don't go anywhere. Huh? Can't say I would have pinned him as a dedicated recycler. It really doesn't pay to stereotype. Anyway, are you ready to go? Well, I was thinking of grabbing a few things from my dorm room. Well, we'll arrange it for it to be brought to you. Don't know who we can trust out here. Oh, come on. It will only take a few minutes. Besides, my roommate... Hey, Ashley, wait up! I looked to my right to see Jenna running towards us much faster than one would think possible in 6-inch heels. Klaus, do you know what that sound is? No. It's the sound of, Betch, I made an A in government and I'm here to gloat. I can't be here for this. Act like we're in a hurry, Klaus. Some of us are, Ash. I waved dismissively to Jenna as I approached the passenger door. Sorry, Jenna, I'm kind of in danger. I'll write you on AIM. I'll write you on AIM. I don't know if I feel really offended or just really old. Okay, so we'll save. Klaus and I leapt in the car. It's a little neater than John usually keeps it, but it smells like his cologne. I guess Klaus doesn't get his own ride. It's the small costs of war on terror that you don't think about. Finally. Oh, stop complaining and just go. Consider it done. Klaus started up the car, which kept me from hearing what Jenna was trying to say as she ran up to the door. I hate that I have to indulge her just to keep her from gossiping about me to the press. She doesn't even want to talk to me. She just wants to compare bodyguards and grades. Well, Klaus, you're part of the Grammarly now. Oh, that hurts. And you should roll down the window and tell Jenna how important your mission is. Maybe then she'll go away. Ashley, is this your new bodyguard? Did he use a flash grenade? Oh my god, Cloud, did you just blow up Jenna? What the fuck is this shit? Just a flash grenade. Saw somebody popping their head out of the bushes behind her. Yeah, it's called paparazzi. They practically live in bushes. Have you not worked with famous people before? Huh, just a bunch of flies looking for shit. Where's the harm in swatting a few? Wow. Because those flies are people, Clow. People who could file lawsuits. And with Jenna roped in, oh my god, she'll be feeding quotes to the tabloids for weeks.
Just trying to have fun.
Relax, princess. Besides, couple of weeks from now, I doubt anybody's gonna care. glad you're so optimistic, but just humor me by going for more low-key fun from now on, okay? If anybody asks, we'll just fall back on the kidnapping threat you mentioned. Sounds like a plan. As Klaus drove away, I looked at Jenna as she stumbled around blindly groping at air. I should have concerned me more at the time. Ashley, where are you? I can't. I can't. Episode 2, take me on a joyride. Oh boy. Wouldn't have taken Klaus for the Samba type. I wonder if he's gay. Did I not just say it doesn't pay to stereotype? I'm getting worried that hypocrisy is hard-coded into the Graham family gene pool. Still, I wish he'd say something. It's downright claustrophobic in here. Maybe he'd entertain a few questions. But seriously, what do I say? So how much fun are steroids? There's got to be something. I turned the music knob down a little, and Klaus's eyes darted toward me. Definitely should avoid the steroid question. I feel like asking about the steroids. About my driver. So I can't believe John didn't say anything to me. I know he didn't like me that well, but he was my bodyguard for the last 2 years. Did you meet him before you came here? Yeah, I saw him. Oh yeah? What'd he say? Oh no! Good riddance. Well, that's unkind. But it does sound like something John would say. Well, hopefully we'll get along better. I think we're going to get along just fine. Oh, me too! You know, throwing grenades at Jenna notwithstanding. I mean, it was kind of funny in hindsight, but it's like Dad is always telling me we have to anticipate the optics. In my world, the optics are for bureaucrats to worry about. I get stuff done. Right, man of action and all that, but ladies aren't battlefields, Clow. We like a little sensitivity. Right, you know, it's like that other thing Dad is always saying, the tongue is a gun best left in its holster. Unless you're a boyfriend Dad doesn't know about, of course. Oh, about that scar. So, how'd you get that scar, if you don't mind me asking? What scar? Oh, nothing. It must just been the light. Poor man must be sensitive about his sloppy concealer job. I should try to be more thoughtful and encouraging about his explorations. Once I've rallied from this, I'll subtly give him some tips. Enough chit-chat. We're taking a detour. A detour? Where? Klaus! Klaus swerved onto a dirt road off the highway at the speed he was going. I felt like my intestines had become a trampoline for my stomach. The path eventually leveled as we came to a clearing, allowing me to complain properly. What's the big deal, Klaus? You're not Mad Max. They wanted you back ASAP, just doing my job. At this rate, he might not have a job for a whole lot longer. Alright, we're here. Let's go. Klaus brought the car to a screeching halt and motioned for me to get out. Where is here exactly? It's a helipad. We're gonna fly. You okay with that? Not if you're gonna cop an attitude. This guy is something else. He's being all pissy with me, but it's not like I supported the bill for the veterans' budget cuts. Taking out your aggression on a sweet summer child just isn't right. Oh, God. Looking around, we seemed to be at a suspiciously empty and remote helipad. I had a sinking feeling in my gut that something was amiss. Hey, Clow, is this an official U.S. military helipad? I've been to a bunch, but this seems a little underfunded.
A little too quick for you?
You catch on slow, as expected. I am not in the mood for your snark. Oh, wait, sorry. I'm not in the mood for your snark, Klaus. You tell me what's going on right now.
No, we're talking.
You're being kidnapped, Ash. The rest isn't for you to worry about. How could you do this to me? Do our mutual nicknames mean nothing to you? It was fun while it lasted. Is this about money? My dad can give you money. Sorry, girlie. What I want is access to Lord Sadler, and you're the payment. Lord who? My god, what kind of political scandals am I getting wrapped up this time? Huh, almost let it slip. Enough talk. Time to fly, princess.
You're mine.
He just throws... Why does Clancy just throws flashbangs at Ashley? Like, oh my god. Oh, so we're gonna save again. I awoke, disoriented. Am I dreaming? I feel as heavy as I do when I eat a dozen Krispy Kremes. Not that I've ever done that yesterday. Oh, I remember now. That bastard Klaus knocked me out. Did he tie me up? Why do I feel cold? Oh, I just feel so tired, but I gotta push past it. Come on, Ashley. Open your eyes. Wow, she is really dumb. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, my Christ. It's a Cenobite. Ah, our precious one who's awake. Surprising. Wait, no, I think it's just a really ugly wizard. Not that he couldn't be both. I mean, what was Pinhead but a wizard of pain? The more to the point. Oh god, I don't want to be tortured. Be at peace, Ashley. You are a guest of honor. Guest of honor? In what? North Korea? I hope you don't mind receiving gifts from an older gentleman, Ashley. It is a once-in-a-lifetime gift, after all, unmatched in the world. Freedom. Not your Hollywood version of freedom. No, true freedom. From burden, responsibility, indecision. You will never have another worry in your mind. The blissful ignorance of your youth will be everlasting. What is this guy talking about? He's blathering about freedom and I'm strapped to what feels like a dentist's chair. The irony might kill me before he does. Wait a second. Is this that Lord Saddleman that Klaus mentioned? Why does he look like he just came from a Gothic Run fair? And slightly more importantly, why does he look like he's lived 3 lifetimes? Lord Saddle. Doesn't that sound wonderful? Free from the confusion and filth of this world, living in endless bliss. Is that not the very essence of heaven? Wow, that's like the exact argument my Sunday school teacher gave to encourage abstinence. It didn't work then and it won't work now. Humph, your resistance is natural. Few people embrace change so readily, but you will see the light soon enough. Great, a real Aunt Lydia type. That'll be easy to reason with. Stay calm, Ashley. Your kidnapping survival course prepared you for this exact scenario. I just need to apply its lessons wisely. First, knowledge is power. Second, courtesy is the password to safety. Third, if you look back, you'll soon be going that way. What? Wait, those might just be fortune cookie sayings, but hey, point made, which is what I need to ask me some questions. Oh my god. Where am I? As tired as I feel, I'm clearly basting in sedatives, so a simple question is probably for the best. I just gotta push past the fatigue. Where am I? Where are you? I suppose there's no harm in you knowing now. You are in Spain, but don't worry, you won't be here for long. You'll go as quickly and quietly as you came. Hehe. Screw you! Grrrr. What? There's another person in the room? Yes, Barto. It seems that our precious guest would like your assistance in obtaining our power. Lord Sadler. God alive, it's like Diet Butterball. Yes, move into the periphery, thanks. At least I won't be visually traumatized. Now, my minion, remember to put the needle in very slowly. We wouldn't want to hurt our new friend, after all. Oh, God. I felt a prick at the nape of my neck, followed by something shooting into my bloodstream. Something squirmy. I would have felt more revolted had I the energy. A perfect penetration, Barto. You're really living up to your name. Ew. Oh, God. Yes, I will feed you after you finish sweeping up the room. Now, go! I could already feel my tenuous consciousness beginning to fade again. I struggled to stay awake, but it was in vain. The only comfort was in the departure of those hideous men. As the eternal darkness swallowed me, I uttered a single prayer to whoever could hear. Ashley's call was absorbed by the darkness. Father, I brought Sarah as you asked. Good. Place him in the dresser and lock it tightly. Will the Lord punish him for what he stole from us, Father? That depends entirely on the good doctor and his cooperation. Whether or not he chooses to atone, we will regain what is ours. Father Mendez! Speak, my child. To the the American agent. He has been spotted outside the village. Then let us set our plan into motion. Has the president's daughter been secured? Yes, Father. She is in the church. Good. We must keep the agent from reaching her. You, return to the village and instruct the others to deter him at all costs, but keep him alive if you can. As a precaution, take this file and leave it in the village. Somewhere the American agent will likely find it. If you do not capture him first, it should guide him here. Then I will deal with him personally. Yes, Father, under your eye. Consider your remaining time a gift, Sarah. Hopefully you will not squander this one. Episode 4. You've entered an insane world. Oh boy. Save. Oh, what is this? Satan's alarm clock? I covered my ears until the ringing stopped. The sound seemed like one of those old church bells they ring at European cathedrals. Apparently that's only romantic from a distance. With the sound gone, I took inventory of my surroundings. Looked like some kind of dingy storage room, and considering the drumline competition now playing out in my skull, I assumed that I'm in the storage room of a church. I got up and rustled the doorknob for formality's sake, but of course it was locked tight. I am really regretting taking construction as an elective instead of locksmithing. Seriously, when am I ever going to drive a bulldozer? I poked around the room for a bit, but it was barren. Nothing but barrels and sacks and hopelessness. So kind of like a Motel 9, but even more urine smell. I slumped back down against one of the barrels and gave the full weight of my attention to my predicament. So I'm in Spain, and probably a poor part of Spain. If the drabby room is anything to go by, Klaus was a trap. The ugly old man saddled me with something against my will as part of his New World Order, and I'm famished. Are you there, God? It's me, Ashley. Could really use some help right now. Anything you got, just deposit it right into my brain. I promise I'll pay you back. Oh, my tracking device. Yeah, it was in my scarf. God bless you, John, for hassling me about that every freaking day. I hurriedly drove my hands into the fabric of my scarf. Oh no. Oh no. It's gone. God damn it! Ahem. Probably shouldn't think of that in a church. At least that's what I would say if it wasn't the house of the devil. But seriously, who knows where it dropped? Klaus could have found it while we were in the helicopter and thrown it out to sea. So it isn't fair. And with the realization, the dam broke. For several minutes, I cried openly and cursed my terrible fate. My throat became coarse and my gulping sobs quickly took the tone of a rustled gear. What? Ah! Blood! Oh God, what's going... Oh boy. Oh boy. Right? Is this gonna make us like Ashley? And she passed out. Huh? I awoke suddenly, startled by some weird sounds coming from outside. Not quite as hard on my ears, but the jury's out on what they'll mean for my health. My gut reaction was that it was some more of those cue balls coming to pray for whatever it is they pray for. Their master's love, Rogaine, I don't know. The movement is different, though. It's like something large creaking back and forth. Weird. Some kind of ritual, maybe? By ritual, I obviously mean shunting. Sweet, merciless God, I'm imagining it now. Oh, it's just the worst thing. It was quiet for a minute. Then I heard the dry screech of a mechanism rising. Steps drew nearer, closing in on my makeshift prison. Oh my God, they're coming for me. What did Saddle want with me again? To make me the orgy queen? I don't know, because I don't listen to ugly old men, but it was probably that. Well, if they think I'm going to be fertilized without a fight, that they're going to learn a hard lesson in being sorely mistaken. Fertilized without a fight. What a sentence. I spotted a plank of wood on the ground next to me. Seems appropriate for this unholy space. Let's see how well it fits into some eyeballs. The doorknob gave a creaky sigh as it began to turn. My heart raced. My eyes darted from the door to the plank, now or never. And it's Leon. Ashley.
Don't come.
Welp, someone gather some Dragon Balls and call me Yamcha because I'm about to be dead. I can't. Hey, take it easy. How dare he tell me to take it easy? After what happened with Klaus, Ashley Graham is nobody's fool. No, get away, I persisted as I ran back to the barrels. I wonder if he'd lose sight of me if I held a barrel between us at eye level. Just because it sounds stupid doesn't mean it won't work. Calm down, everything's going to be just fine. My name's Leon, I'm under the President's order to rescue you. I wish that I would have told Dad that I loved him more and that Mom is having enough... Wait.
What? My father?
My body surged forward out of sheer relief. I'm saved! It's a Christmas miracle! My heartbeat began to slow a little, giving me a chance to examine my rescuer in full.
That's right. And I have to get you out of here. Now come with me.
Everybody dance. Okay, that's right. I have to get you out of here now. Come with me. Oh my God. As my eyes feasted on the Adonis in front of me, my vision became inexplicably clouded by bubbles and sparkles. My brain also started playing a song I think I heard in a laxative commercial one time. You know, the kind that says, if you push hard enough, all your dreams will come true and your business will thrive. The point is, I'm saved, baby, and by a super hot dude. Hooray! I had a million questions to ask him, but my tongue was dragging on the floor in the wake of his sexiness, so I just followed him instead. Wow. So this is what it's like to be Ashley. Okay. As soon as I was up, Leon pulled out what looked like a walkie-talkie. Wow, I haven't seen one of those in a while. I thought those lines were notoriously easy to jack. Oh, I know. He's using it because no one would suspect a U.S. agent to use such updated tech. Genius.
It's Leon. I've succeeded in extricating my subject.
I love a man with a big vocabulary. Ah, he could extricate me anytime. Oh, wait, I guess he already is.
Where's the extraction point? Got it. I'm on my way.
I wanted to make conversation since I hadn't spoke to anyone who wasn't Gross or Klaus for an intermediate time. Terminate time. But he seemed busy? Breaking barrels? What was that number? And why do the words Leon's Barrel Blast seem so prominent in my thoughts? Is this scoping? Maybe he's making sure there's no cultist spies hiding in the barrels. I sure wouldn't want to be them right now. I couldn't read past all the tears, I'm sorry. With every barrel decimated, I thought he might at least ask me about my general state of health, but instead he moved briskly towards the door. Is he the Kudere type? I hope not. Those are always a bummer in crisis, especially emotional ones. Whoa, the testosterone is palpable! But hey, any dude can open a door for a lady. It takes a real gentleman to open them in a way that reflects how badly she wants to exit said door. Oh, we ran down the snaking corridor and approached a ladder. Did someone carry me up this thing? That seems crazy, but par for the course, I guess. Before I could even look over the edge, Leon jumped to the ground below, landing with a confident thud. Now here's a man who doesn't waste any time. Well, when in Spain. Geez, I know I get a little ditzy around cute guys, but that was unnecessarily impulsive. Kind of like I wasn't even in control of myself. In any case, I should probably get out of his arms so it doesn't seem like I'm enjoying it as much as I am. Oh man, how great would it be if there was just a platoon of equally hot Secret Service guys waiting outside the church ready to escort me out of this nightmare. My reverse harem story begins now. Before we could even reach the door, a familiar voice chimed in behind us.
I'll take the girl.
That voice, that's the huskiness of the old pervert if I ever heard one. Who are you? If you must know, my name is Osmond Sadler, the master of this fine religious community. Did he seriously just refer to himself as Awesome Saddle? He might as well wear a sign on his face that says proud to be celibate, that he at least be doing the world 2 favors. What do you want? I knew that I would hate this guy's face in high definition, like I feel I'm becoming an atheist retroactively just by looking at him. To demonstrate the whole world our astounding power, of course. No longer will the United States think they can police the world forever. So we kidnapped the president's daughter in order to give her our power and then send her back. No! Suddenly and regrettably, I was awash in memories of the injection, so that's what they wanted me. In short, I'm the unwilling female ruler in men's dick-measuring contest, tale as old as time. Well, in the spirit of saying the quiet part loud, I guess I should add some context.
I think they shot something in my neck.
What did you do to her?
We just planted her a little gift. Oh, there's going to be one hell of a loving father I thought I might bargain for. Quite a lot of money to keep this church up and running. Admittedly, I was fawning over the protective growl in Leon's voice and didn't really pay a lot of attention to the last part. Something about gifting some plants to my dad in exchange for donations? Joke's on you, pal. My dad hates charities and the environment. Oh my god, she's so fucking stupid. Faith and money will lead you nowhere, Sadler. That's right, Leon. You stick it to that prosperity gospel. Oh, I believe I forgot to tell you that we gave you the same gift. When I was unconscious? My god, but he looks fine from this angle. Wait, what? Same gift? Oh, Leon, no. We'll bond over this, I promise. Special contributions, my puppets. You'll do as I say. I'll have total control. Revolutionary. God, this whole evil dude recites evil plan thing is wicked boring. Someone really needs to awaken him from this world of cliché. Maybe Leon should do it. With a bullet.
Sounds more like an alien invasion if you ask me.
Verbal bullets are not bullets, Leon. Suddenly, we were blocked from the exit by more diet butterballs. Maybe Leon's onto something here. Not gonna lie, confident smirks of the what now bitch variety are undeniably sexy. Oh, don't call Sadler sexy. Too bad it's on a face that has all the dating potential of a garbage bag. Ooh la la, Leon, you thinking what I'm thinking? Drop these fools in a dramatic western shootout? we could run away. That's cool too, and maybe even safe. Whoa, that was way too close. Freaking crossbow nerds. Is there anything more insufferable enemy type? Leon pulled me to the end of the corridor, but all I could see was a glass window. Maybe he doesn't know what to do after. Ah! Before I could even vocalize my surprise, we crashed through the window, and quite easily, I might add. It's a weird, subtle display of wealth, importing sugar windows from Hollywood rather than importing the local glass economy. For all this beef with America, Saddle must like our movies, would certainly explain why he hired Klaus. It's all very dangerous and stupid, but what cool stuff is it? I landed about as well as Dad's first TV debate, but to be fair, I wasn't really prepared for Die Hard-esque shenanigans. A gentleman to his core, Leon jumped to my aid in a flash. Physically still in one piece, psychologically crumbling. Still, I didn't want to lie to him, so I just evaded the question like I do all my political interviews.
Leon, what's gonna happen to us?
I knew it was a pointless question, but I felt I was entitled to a little neediness. Besides, guys love that stuff, or so I've read in Cosmo.
We got into this mess. We can get out of it.
I like how he says we, as if we weren't as if this weren't 100% my fault. But hey, if he's okay with cutting me all the slack, who am I to disagree? My heart swelled as Leon took hold of my arm, his grasp both tender and protective. Is it a truth universally acknowledged that a single woman in so much danger must be in want of a bodyguard? And boy, did I get one. Oh boy, I don't want to be buried in a cult cemetery. Once we were both up, I huddled close to Leon, looking around. It seemed like we had landed in some kind of external storage. There was little in the room aside from bags and barrels, so I didn't imagine we'd loiter long. But Leon had other plans. Is this some kind of hobby of his? Or maybe Barrels killed his parents and now he's sworn to destroy all barrel kind? Barrel killed my parents. Before while I was salivating over Leon, but there's some good stuff in these barrels. Ammo, gold, some kind of plant material, resources. Leon grabbed the goods and shoved them into his pockets. I guess that explains his obsessive interest in barrels. But who keeps that stuff in barrels and in such sparse quantities? Is it some kind of rural geocaching? Looking for bullets and pocket change down the local church? Spain is weird. You know what's also weird? That we're not being shot full of arrows. I looked back at the shattered window, the satellites. The satellites. The satellites. I can't. That does not say satellites. Had more than enough time to follow us. We were only a few feet down and would make for pathetically easy targets, and yet nada. Does their cult Bible prohibit them from exploiting obvious advantages? Are they having a synergy meeting? Are they just sad about their broken splendos? I shrugged my questions aside, knowing there was probably no answers, and if there were, they were probably not worth knowing. Oh my god. I looked back at Leon, who finally seemed satisfied that he had fully raided the church provisions. We hustled over to the door and made our way outside. My freaking god. As we ran to the front of the church building, rain whipping ominously around us, we encountered what looked to be an angry mob of villagers. They were just groaning at first, and they ambled slowly towards the church. Then a few of them started to shout. Yep, those. Here's another regret for the pile. Zoning out in high school Spanish. Something about not letting the forest hero escape? I don't know. Foreign languages is hard. We slowly inched our way down the path, presumably to see how they would react. I half hoped they might just be here to fight the man for raising taxes and stealing their chickens. But them lunging towards us with death in their eyes squashed that idea pretty fast. Leon coolly stood his ground, gun drawn. I had a thought that he could shoot the wagon in front of us and maybe that would, I don't know, distract them or something. Seemed like a long shot. Leave it to Leon. You know what? No reason to put myself out there like an idiot in front of a hot dude. I've learned that lesson. Leon's the professional here. I just need to let him do his thing. Ah! Wow! Really? Really? Okay, so I had to tell him. Okay. Okay. Shoot him, shoot him. Well, here's to hoping this isn't the dumbest idea I've had.
Shoot those barrels on that wagon.
Without a word, Leon took aim at the barrels. Admittedly, I don't know if he trusted my judgment or just wanted another opportunity to destroy barrels. To my great satisfaction, the barrels spontaneously combusted, causing the wagon to roll towards the villagers like some kind of blazing poverty chariot. I don't really understand why a church would have explosive barrels on hand. Maybe that was their wine? Is wine flammable? Live hard, drink harder, I guess. Oh, I get it. That must have been the communion cart filled with the blood of Christ, which erupts into the flames of perdition? I don't know. Feels like someone is confusing their testaments. Nonetheless, the Spanish flea song is in my head all of a sudden. With the villagers crushed and or combusted by their own flaming paddy wagon, we took the opportunity to run past. Between the oppressive darkness and the driving rain, I could barely see the path, but Leon seemed to know where he was going, so I just followed closely. A bolt of lightning tore across the sky, and I realized that I was looking at a graveyard. That's not ominous at all. Nuh-uh. One might say it's sacrilege to kill the faithful in such a hallowed place, but it's even greater sacrilege to think, well, at least you won't have to drag the bodies far. Wow! Having escaped the crazed villagers, we jogged leisurely down a narrow forest path until it abruptly ended at a ladder. In standard horror movie fashion, going forward meant going down. Oh my god, I heard from laughing. Alright. The ladder took us to a dark cabin, notably devoid of trigger warnings for claustrophobia, or worse, cave crickets. We moved briskly down the tight path and found ourselves in front of a rusty door. Leon began to push open the door with the tenderness of a kitten. I'm not sure if I should be charmed by his newfound discretion or alarmed by the sudden caution. What in blue blazes? I was immediately enraptured by the warmth circling the cavern. I felt safe, cozy even. If only I had a glass bottle, I could take some of this feeling with me and maybe melt the ice around Leon's demeanor. It was perhaps the soothing nature of the flames that kept me from screaming when I saw the figure stationed between them. Oh my god! Whoa, who's the man in black? Another secret agent or just your run-of-the-mill small-town gun nut going through man cave phase? It's Murchie! Oh, look at him. Oh! God, why am I seeing bubbles and sparkles again? How hard up am I? Whoa, why is my eye moving this way? Is the parasite giving me superpowers? I feel like I could sneak in a lot more gawking before it got awkward. Hand's a little dirty, but it adds convincingly to the forest hobo aesthetic he's got going. What a big sack he has. Tee-hee. Where do you even get a coat like this? Suspicious person thrift shop? We'll do the face and then the crotch. I dig the bandana. It says I don't sacrifice fashion just to obscure my identity. It also looks pretty warm, much like myself right now. Is that a skirt? I'm not judging. I'm appreciating. He seems well stocked in both terms of munitions and mystery, but not attractive enough to be out of my league. I'm liking my odds. What? What does that even mean? Murchie is a provider. That's what he is. Leon approached the man casually, so I assumed they were working together in some capacity. The more the merrier, I guess. He's not as clean looking as Leon, but he may be better armed. A girl in peril has to keep her options open.
Welcome. Got a selection of good things on sale, stranger.
Huh, not the accent I was expecting, but in a good way. Australian, maybe? I'm all about the thunder down under. Did I really just think that? While I questioned my moral credibility, Leon started browsing the man's inventory.
What are you buying? Thank you.
No, definitely not
Is
Australian.
that all, stranger? What are you selling?
The merchant quipped enthusiastically as Leon stoically perused his wares. Maybe it's part of Leon's safety protocols to avoid conversation where possible.
I'll buy it at a high price.
The merchant man seemed pretty excited about some jewels Leon showed him. Whoa, is that a bejeweled beer stein? Am I observing the black market in real time? I can't believe they're making Leon break barrels and pilfer valuables just to obtain supplies. Either my rescue is low budget affair, or our foreign policy is woefully inadequate.
Come back any time.
As Leon finished shopping, I thought I could wave to the merchant man, but I didn't want to mistakenly initiate another romance just yet. Just yet. I wonder what that was for. Testing the water for traps, maybe? Still seems a little rude to just vandalize the merchant's place of business. Whatever the reason, Leon swept right past the flame like a man on a mission, by which I mean that he hurried over to a box tucked in a nook. As if by instinct, he drew his knife, because what is a box if not a barrel disguised as a rectangle? Ah, crates really do hold out of use. We ran through the remaining tunnel and climbed some stairs to another ladder leading upward. As I ascended, I heard the telltale sound of wood being victimized. Once at the top, I huddled close to Leon again as he approached the door to the next room. Despite all of Leon's caution, the room was pretty barren, save for bizarrely large typewriter on the table. Or maybe regular sized? I don't know. I wasn't born in the 50s. Maybe someone's writing a novel? I guess I'd try to be a writer too if it got me out of Blighttown Better Frame Rate Edition. Leon suddenly started typing away with the same dutiful air of a person filing their taxes. Perhaps he has Hemingway aspirations? Would explain the terseness. As it happens, he was simply typing a record of his time and location. He also mentioned professional mode and round 2, which I could only assume was spy lingo. I guess he's using the typewriter to let someone know his progress. I don't get why everything has to be so convoluted. Don't we have stealth jets? This is amazing. Wow, is Leon going to ignore that crate? You think you know a guy. Oh my god. Painting the town red. We found ourselves once again assailed by rain and darkness. All of a sudden, the relative safety of the previous rooms seemed worlds away. An unnervingly low vibration hung in the air, stirring in me a feeling of dread. Or maybe it was just the shrieks of bloodthirsty villagers that had me on edge. Do these people not sleep? It's like 1 in the morning, or at least it feels like it's 1 in the morning. Leon led me to a tower and started climbing up an uncomfortably tall ladder. So wait, he's got the guns and the muscles, and I'm the one going up second? Guess there's no sex discrimination around here. Fine, if gentlemen are dead, so are proper ladies. I'm gonna check out his butt the whole way up. That'll show him. I mean, it's too dark to really see, but it's not like I deserve to see something so wonderful anyway. Suddenly, and if we're being honest, expectedly, someone snatched me up and tossed me over their shoulder. I flailed and punched as wildly as a person who never exercises could, and you might be surprised to find out that it had no effect. None. Hard to believe, but it's true. Given the situation, I did what any damsel in very great distress would do. Amazing. Amazing. It's so accurate. I scrambled to my feet, eager to put some distance between me and Pablo the kidnapper, but when I looked at him, his body remained limp. I realized that it's insensitive to just call a random Spanish man Pablo, but screw Pablo, he was a cultist. What is it that they say about insanity? It's doing the same thing and expecting different results? Sounds about right. I dedicated a little less time to admiring Leon's glutes and began climbing myself. It's really amazing what getting snatched by a cultist will do for one's fear of heights. What a climb, but it's not a bad idea to stick to higher ground and force them into a funnel. We should be moderately safe, right? It's not like they can throw stuff this high, right? I scanned the area below for any cultists and pitching aspirations. Just then...
Wait here.
Wait here? For what? My expiration date to pass? Rather than explain himself, Leon stoically leapt from our perch like he simply didn't believe in gravity or leg fractures. He has got to have the government implants in his legs. Got to. Which begs the question, what other parts of his body has the government enhanced? I'm asking for me. I hovered over the edge and squinted my eyes against the darkness, trying to watch for Leon's movements below. I wonder what his plan is, aside from murder. Murder it is, then. Not an original plan, but solid. Leon rushed past the villager as he wailed in pain, but the darkness made it difficult to see what was going on. What the hell did I just see? Those worms coming out of his head? Calm down, Ashley. It's gonna be... Oh, sweet baby Jesus, it's not gonna be okay. My head is gonna be worms, and perhaps even worse. Leon's head is gonna be worms. I shakily looked up and over the railing. I figured I was already scarred for life, so I might as well stay abreast of current events. The burst of light below drew my eyes rightward in search of Leon. As if on cue, some more of the villagers stumbled out from the shadows and weapons in hand. Granted, those weapons were more like farm tools, but semantics.
Te voy a hacer picadillo.
Picadillo? Sounds like an adorable nickname for a nosy armadillo, but it's probably something lame like your mincemeat, as if anyone outside cartoons even says mincemeat anymore. Amazingly, the cultist was only stunned by the blow. Rural folk are indeed hardy. My God, he's like Chuck Norris if Chuck Norris was worth thinking about. Leon ran back to the base of the tower and called up to me.
Follow me.
I don't usually like being told what to do, but for Leon, I'll make an exception. I approached the ladder and prepared to climb down, but then it occurred to me, how much longer will I have the luxury of attractive men catching me when I jump? Seems like a waste to just do things normally. Am I crazy? Whew, in hindsight, that was extremely dumb of me. Thank goodness I'm in love with a robot. I can't. We ran behind the tower down a dirt road. The whole area kind of reminded me of my grandparents. Who lived in a rural part of Wisconsin. Just swapped torches for porch lights and crazed cultists for trashy druggies, and it's basically the same thing. I mean, they even have bear traps in the street. It's my childhood summers all over again. What's with the knife? He's surely not going to. My eyes clamped shut in much the same way I feared the trap had closed around Leon's arm, fiercely. Phew, his delicious biceps are still tethered to his shoulder. Scared me half to death. Still risking your own arm to conserve a bullet. I shuddered to think of how the man budgets groceries. We barely moved before Leon put on the brakes and raised his weapon to the darkness. With the rain pelting me in the face, I could just make out the vague, doughy shape of a villager. I wonder if that cultist set the bear trap. Maybe that's how people snag brides around here? Wow, a bullet saved is a bullet used, I guess, but I say I'm blown away, but I think the other guy has me beat in that department. Sorry, my dude. There seemed to be a large gate at the end of the path. I could feel a surge of adrenaline in my legs as we approached. I didn't know what was on the other side, but anything had to be better than somehow worse Wisconsin. Okay, that's a lie, because there's lots of things that could be worse, probably. Like, oh my lord. Saddle? No, bad brain. No one would ever want to ride that saddle. What the fuck is this? Me gusta.
Wait.
A collision with Leon's shapely back muscles returned me to reality before I could dwell any longer on that blazing saddle. I could see the gate just ahead, blocked by a lone villager brandishing a torch. Maybe blocked is overselling it a little. He's a blockade in the same way that a traffic cone is a blockade for a twister. Yeah, that worked out about as well as I expected. Sorry, my other dude. In the abstract, I felt sorry for the man. What kind of person was he? What were his dreams? With the path clear, the only thing standing between us and the gate was more bear traps, because you can't stop people with torches, broken feet, and tetanus is apparently the next best thing. Oh my god. I think we're slowly approaching eye bleach territory. Like, very slowly. We passed through the wooden gate into what looked like a small ranch. Leon ventured in cautiously and surveyed the area. Considering the church group he just demolished, it doesn't seem conspicuously quiet here. There's a shed over there. Seems like a decent place to lay low while Leon clears a path. Maybe I'll suggest it. Suddenly, into my confusion, Leon turned towards a lonely open dumpster. And my initial thought was in the mission coordinators had stored more of the supplies in the garbage. I wasn't sure if that constituted an upgrade from boxes. On one hand, metal is sturdier, and on the other hand, garbage.
Hi.
Wait, what? Is this a joke? But then part of me knew it wasn't. My body shivered, shedding off generations of hygienic conditioning. I jumped inside without second thought. I held my breath as the lid closed above me. As I scooted my body around, I was surprised to realize that the bin was bereft of garbage. Either rural Spain was pretty good sanitation management, or the villagers are too busy being crazy to throw their trash away, or maybe they're eating the garbage would address the hunger issue. Regardless, it doesn't change the fact that only handsome man around just ordered me to sit in a musty waste bin in rural Europe with a parasite roaming around my guts. I don't want to say unwanted pregnancy metaphor, but yeah, I kind of do. I shifted uncomfortably in the dumpster. In this awkward crouch, my legs began to sober up from the adrenaline rush, only to discover the whole lot of pain had moved in. Angered by the needling hurt, I couldn't help but lash out everything that seemed responsible for my predicament, excluding myself. Stupid saddle, stupid Klaus, stupid Jenna, stupid government class, stupid geopolitical dynamics. I took a deep breath and sighed. I'm getting too wound up. Oh, I know. I should do some of those meditative exercises that my life coach taught me. All right, here goes. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Okay, Ashley. You're on a beautiful beach. The sand is soft, sun-warmed, nestled between your toes. Your personal bodyguard is lounging nearby, baking his delicious haps to a golden sheen. Your personal butler appears in dashing attire, offering a comforting smile and a refreshing pina colada. Extra rum, of course. Your personal dolphin trainer is putting on an adorable show with your personal dolphin, Flippy, water spraying all over the trainer's rippling pecs. Everything is so wonderful. You have plenty of money. Nobody has warm heads. Oh, it occurred to me then, amidst my fantasies, that Leon might finally be in danger, or worse. Terrified by this prospect, I thought to peek out for a look, but I knew it'd be just my luck that some stray cultist would walk by at that moment and see me. Instead, I placed my ear close to the wall of the bin, being careful not to get too close. It's too much hope to hope Saddle laced his parasite injection with some vaccines. I strained my ear, listening intently to the world outside my garbage sanctuary. I couldn't hear much at all, aside from the occasional thunderclap in the distance. Before the creeping terror of my savior's demise could ensnare my thoughts, the shrill sound of gunshot bursts into my eardrum. A somewhat morbid but nonetheless comforting symbol of hope and salvation. Well, for me anyway. Assured of Leon's survival, I resumed my effortful listening. A series of thunderclaps prevented me from hearing any more. Is Leon okay? Are the cultists gone? Can I get out of this godforsaken dumpster? What? Was that a whistle? Is he trying to signal that it's safe? I mean, I've only ever heard that whistle used to beckon someone, and by someone I mean a pet. Not wanting to think too hard on the idea, I hastily threw open the lid of the bin and breathed deep. Thank God that's over. By the way, if I smell like rotten meat products, that's just too bad for Leon. Speaking of Leon, I scanned the area for him. It was difficult to see, but I found him by a flash of stray lightning bolts standing on what seemed like a bridge connected to a farmhouse. In that moment, his dirty blonde locks seemed like the beacon of a lighthouse shining fiercely against the cold black sea, like poetry in the shape of a man. Well, it doesn't seem like he's making any move to jump down and escort me over there, but he's been working pretty hard, so I'll cut him some slack and do some legwork. On my way, I was surprised by the lack of bodies on the ground. Maybe the cultists are just literalists on the whole dust-to-dust concept? As I ran, I became keenly aware of how insane this all was. People dying, and for what? Is it all just for politics? And who stands to gain? One power-hungry old man? Or is this bigger than Saddle, bigger than all of us? Also, there's a thing here that says pain. What is this? Oh, I could click that. What if this goes all the way to the Illuminati? Amidst my struggles to glimpse in the machinations of this mad world, it didn't take long to reach Leon. My head snapped back like a piston when I heard some groans behind me. Are there still villagers out here? Someone refusing the call of dustiness? Maybe I should ask Leon if we're safe. Leon, if we're safe, and some other things. Talk whistle, really? Where are the bodies? Before I could open my mouth to speak, Leon spun on his heels. I was a little disappointed, but in hindsight, the creepy sounds behind me were a tad more immediate. Leon leapt down from the bridge. I could see a ladder on the ground already. I'm just going to presume he kicked that down because he likes catching me so much. As I prepared to jump myself, Leon raised his gun and looked directly at me. I could feel my cheeks flushing under his intense gaze, realizing that he could easily see up my lacy panties from this angle. I instinctually pulled at my skirt. I didn't really understand what Leon was doing, but sudden self-consciousness called forth a common refrain in the lives of women.
You pervert!
Well, this is not a great feeling. Pretty mortifying, really. Not sure how I should proceed. Oh good, he's starting to dissolve on me. Ew, jump, jump. If Leon's upset about the pervert comment, he's certainly not letting it impact his professionalism. I wish dudes on the train were half so gracious. I inspected my clothes to check that I didn't get too much cultist dust on me. Also, I didn't pay attention in chemistry class, but now I'm thinking I really didn't pay attention in chemistry class. There was another giant wooden gate in front of us, once again guarded by bear traps. I see the creativity well has run pretty dry in these parts. Okay, so we're playing Leapfrog now. Not exactly the back-touching opportunity I was expecting. Oh wait, he must not think we can just go through the gate, so he must want me to climb over it? He could have just saved some trouble by talking like a normal person. I swear it's like he believes the strong silent type is an actual personality. I need to think about whether that's stupidly sexy or just stupid. I hurriedly climbed onto his back and let his taxpayer-funded muscles elevator me to the top. If only all America's revenue could be so well spent. I reached for the top edge of the gate and hoisted myself over. And no one to catch me this time. You could do this, Ashley. 1, 2, 3. I hit the ground pretty hard, no doubt scuffing my boot and tearing a ligament. Still, it could be worse. I could have worn my high-heeled boots, and boy, that'd be the real nightmare. Fortunately, there were lanterns around the door, although that left me a bit paranoid about who had lit them and whether they were still prowling around. There was a large plank covering the door, but I easily pushed it up and to the side.
I opened it, Leon.
I whispered, trying to avoid undue attention. Leon opened the door, as cool and serious as ever. I happily fell behind him as we ran forward. I missed him a lot for only 20 seconds of separation, or maybe I just missed his safety. I don't know. I have about as much clarity as I do upper body strength. Oh, God. Cabin in the woods. And we're back for another riveting installment of European backpacking gone wrong. What dangers await us? Bludgeoning, impalement, a crushing exchange rate? Let's find out. Merchie! After a few seconds of jogging, we came to a rickety bridge. To my surprise, the merchant was waiting beside
Got a
it.
selection of good things on sale, stranger.
Wait, didn't we last see this guy in that underground passage? How exactly did he get ahead of us? The logical answer is that the mission coordinators had Leon and the merchant take different paths in order to reduce suspicion. Granted, not sure how much faith I have in logic these days, but it would explain their communication strategy.
What are you selling?
Yeah, bizarre as it all was, I appreciate that Daddy was going to such lengths in order to rescue me without creating a controversy. He doesn't have a lot of political capital right now. Surely that's the reason for all this recon work, right? Please, God, let me be right about something good for once.
Come back any time.
Leon and the merchant finished their bartering, and we resumed running down the rest of the bridge. Leon stopped abruptly in the middle of the bridge, turning his attention to the fancy radio buzzing on his hip.
I'd rather not hear it.
While Leon took in what assumed was, at best, inconvenient news, I looked back down the bridge to see the merchant still standing there. He seemed so detached, like a statue, or Steven Seagal. Huh, action man Steven Seagal. Actually, Leon reminds me a lot of Steven Seagal, now that I think about it. I want to say it's his eyebrows, but it's probably just the general air of my first language is bullets. I don't know if that makes him a good man or a dangerous man, but when you've been marked for death, the fact that he's hard to kill is enough to give a girl a fire down below.
Right. Got it.
Rather than share his feelings about the general crappiness of that update, Leon immediately resumed running down the bridge. Blasts of lightning illuminated an old cabin at the end of the bridge. My hope was that it was a safe house for the operation. My expectation was closer to a cultist slumber party. Oh, this thing. Darn it, I said I wanted to be right about something good for once. Good! Maybe we can go back the other way, group up with the merchant, buy a rocket launcher. Wow, it's like everybody in the whole village is here. Hey, wait. What happened to the merchant? Did they swallow him with their organized rage? Did he escape before they absorbed his polygons? Realizing that our peril was a tad more immediate, I looked to Leon in a panic.
I hate to say it, but we're sandwiched, all right. Quick, in that cabin.
I certainly didn't want to be an Ashley sandwich, so I sprinted as fast as my tired legs could manage. Leon reached the door first. I smashed it open, being sure to scan the room with his gun drawn. I mean, I wouldn't call it thorough, but it's the principle I'm attracted to. As the villagers descended upon us, Leon yanked me into a room and slammed the door. I knew he needed to secure the door somehow, but I was at a loss, so I just left it up to him. Then from behind us, a voice rang out, energetic and clear.
Leon!
Oh boy. How rude, just hurling planks of wood at unsuspecting people. It's a good thing I honed Leon's reflexes. We both swiveled around to see who was behind us. Leon didn't immediately draw his gun, so I figured we were relatively safe as the lone man strutted toward us.
Small world, eh?
Wait, how did I respond to this situation again? My memory is fuzzy. Oh. Huh. VR? Wait, what? Which one should I choose? I'll let you guys decide. I guess, yeah. VR. Okay, I guess we'll do VR. Ah, yes, that's it. I remember it perfectly. This statement was paid for by Mark Zuckerberg. Zuckerberg? Oh. Triggered? Oh no, I know that strut, and I ain't in the mood for no Spanish, Kyle. These fuckboys are like bowling pins. You gotta knock them down hard and fast before they can even think about commenting my glorious tatas, bruh.
Who are you?
I asserted venomously, like the debate club bronze medalist that I am.
Oh, excuse me, Your Highness. Perhaps the young lady might want to introduce herself first before asking someone his name.
Yeah, you're gonna regret calling me Your Highness when I'm queening your stupid fuckboy face. But for the moment, I should represent my country with grace and introduce myself.
Her name's Ashley Graham, the president's daughter.
I turned away sharply to signal that he wasn't fit to be associated with American royalty, which he either took to heart or ignored completely. Hard to tell with these salt-of-the-earth types.
Is she... well, you know...
No, I don't know, and there's gonna be some dead fuckboys in this room if I don't find out soon.
She's cool. Don't worry. She's cool. Don't worry. She's cool.
Oh boy.
Don't worry. She's cool.
Oh, fuck.
There's supposed to be some kind of obvious symptom before you turn into one of them anyway.
Damn, I've got to meet that woman soon. This fucking studlet seems awfully well informed. As the highest ranking American official in this room, I think it's time to throw my weight around and get some answers. Their cure? Before I could cut through the noise and ask about my survival odds, my attention was tackled by the sound of slightly more immediate threat.
Look,
Now that I think about it, they have taken a really long time to walk what seriously like 30 feet. I almost think they were zombies.
Ashley, upstairs.
Following Leon's command, I made my way toward the stairs. Before I ascended entirely, I took a brief glance back at my gun-toting hottie saviors. Good luck, Leon. And you too. Hey, wait a second. He forced me to introduce myself and then didn't return the courtesy. Huh, men. Oh my god. Once upstairs, I found a bureau and huddled inside. A burrow? Burrow? Adrenaline was coursing through my body, but no way to expend it. I became nervous and fidgety. In an effort to distract myself, I pressed my ear close to the bureau door and listened carefully. Huh, deja vu. At least it's not garbage men. Will Leon and Don Juan really be able to deal with all those villagers? I guess we'll find out who's got the better plot armor. With the prospect of untimely demise on my mind, I couldn't help but feel guilty for what I said to El Nino. El Nino. Maybe I shouldn't have been so quick to anger. I mean, I don't know any Spanish men, What if fuckboy struts are just the cultural norm? That hardly seems like the worst thing. And also, it's a little hypocritical of me since I was definitely evaluating his package. Maybe I should apologize, assuming we survive. Oh shit, I blurted out when the pounding began. I know my etiquette instructor would be mortified by my language, but screw her, she was never attacked by zombie cultists. Okay, Ashley, just calm down. Everything's going to be fine. In times of great duress, it is prudent to relax the mind with calming imagery. Just like before. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. Oh no, it's Lewis is going to be in here this time, isn't it? You are in a serene forest, untouched by mankind. Wisps of honeysuckle tickle your nose. A delightful warbling glides down from the branches and caresses your ears. You are accompanied by your bodyguard, who is well equipped for the journey. The only thing tauter in his bicep is his trusty hunting bow, with which he will stave off the enemies and your hunger. Also, the butt is real. Oops. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to click that. Okay, there we go. Also in your company is a handsome lumberjack who excels at chopping wood. Both his axe and his chest glisten with the dew of the forest. In your periphery, you spot a weird elf larper fiddling with his master sword. You pretend to ignore his lustful gaze while admiring his high cheekbones. Why is he a Link? Suddenly a forest sprite appears. I can't tie pants. The sensation of joy permeates your being. Your GPA is higher than Jenna's. Nobody has warm heads. Repeat. Nobody has warm heads. Oh. Uh-oh, sounds like somebody crashed downstairs. Did the villagers manage to breach the door or maybe the windows? Listening closely, I could barely make out voices. You know, now that I think about it, we're in someone's house. Are we the intruders? Property violations are such a messy legal territory. Well, I guess you can't intrude when there's no one left to intrude upon. A stream of gunshots sounded from downstairs and moved progressively closer. Oh god, are they coming upstairs?
Upstairs.
Jesus, I've really got to ask Leon for one of his guns.
What are you trying to kill me?
I held my breath and covered my ears as more gunshots were fired just outside of the bureau. Flash grenades in this tiny space? That can't be good for Leon's beautiful eyes. Did you send those invitations? I told you no more than 50 people. A confident quip or gallows humor? I guess we'll know shortly. The gunshots persisted for another minute, and I half expected to go deaf from all the noise. But then, without any warning, everything went quiet. The gunshots ceased, and I could hear footsteps descending the stairs. Propelled by curiosity, I peeked outside. Some blood stains on the ground, but otherwise it was clear. I'm just so impressed by how the cultists disappear. So eco-conscious. I jumped out of the bureau, I can't say the fucking word correctly, and made my way downstairs. Hey guys, thanks for saying something. Really appreciate it.
So, what do we do now? The bridge I crossed to get here is out, so I guess we have no choice but to keep moving.
The bridge is out? What, did they burn it behind them? Also, how does he know that
I
already?
forgot something. You guys go on ahead.
Yeah, I'll say you forgot something. It's called good manners.
Louis,
So his name is Louis, huh? Too bad. Javier was really growing on me. I wonder what Louis's story is. He seems forlorn for the playboy type. I like a man who subverts expectations. He watched Louis walk away into the night. I glanced at Leon, who seemed rather solemn himself. How does he know Louis anyway? The guy doesn't seem like an agent. So much intrigue and drama. I feel like my brain is going to pop, although that might just be the ringing from all the gunshots. Sound of silence. With everyone but us gone, an unnerving quiet descended upon the cabin. The whole place felt painfully lonely. Leon meant to keep it that way. I followed behind him, because really, what else am I supposed to do? Still couldn't help but look back toward the obviously not out of bridge and wonder if I'd ever see Lewis again. Since we had a breather, Leon hustled around the area, grabbing convenient stores of ammo, sitting on top crates and logs, kind of like Christmas as imagined by the NRA. Oh. With spoils in tow, we headed toward the back gate where the villagers had flooded in from. Merchant man, you're alive! What? Leon approached the guy like the last 30 minutes hadn't even happened. Oh, terribly sorry about that, old chum. I was called away for a bit. You know how it is with bloodthirsty mobs. Now about those promotions you mentioned.
Got some rare things on sale, stranger.
No, for real. How did he avoid being gored? Is he in cahoots with the villagers? Is Saddle using him as a spy? Has he simply monopolized the black market with his infectious laugh and cloaking technology? I don't want to believe any of that, so let's tap the old fallback plan. Magic. Oh, I feel a portmanteau coming on?
Stranger. Now that's a weapon.
There it is. Did you know, like a genie ninja? It's like a perfect foil to an evil wizard like What?
Not enough cash, stranger.
In seriousness, I'm a little overwhelmed by these men and their mysteries. It's starting to be less Loretta Chase and more like Agatha Christie. Wait, don't most people die in Agatha Christie novels?
Back
Yes,
any
they do.
time.
Finally, now to the shed. There was another one of those typewriters in the room. Without a hitch, Leon began typing away just like before. It's hard to believe that anybody would seriously bother with these things, so I'm going to imagine that he's leaving the typewriter equivalent of a dick pic. Leon started to pore over the documents like they mattered. I'm glad he's feeling dutiful enough to read crap, because the only paper I want to see in front of me is a joint. I wonder if I really focus. Oh boy. Ooh, witness the power. Time to show me what you got, Leon. His hair is really amazing, perfectly cut and seemingly immune to grease, blood, and other unmentionables. You know, Leon has some weird protrusions below his shoulders. I just assumed those are where his angel wings came off. Ah, the desire to touch his back is overwhelming. It's basically finger porn. Aw. Did the game crash? Might have crashed the game. I just clicked on Leon. That's all I did. I didn't do anything else. I didn't do anything else. Oh. All right, let me try something. Let's see if it's saved. It did. We're good. Come on, skip. We're good. We're good. We're good.
some rare things on stranger. Not enough cash. Come back
Come on.
anytime.
Okay. Now we're getting to the part we want again. All right. I'm advertising you to devs now. Need someone to break your game. I've got the perfect streamer for you. All right, we're gonna do his butt first now. Admit the pants are the most flattering, but that's all the more invitation to imagine. Oh, his arm? Impeccably smooth. So rare to find a straight man who waxes. Oh no, don't tell me. Desire to touch his back is overwhelming. There we go. Oh God. Leon is looking right at me. Was I staring at him too lustily? And more importantly, does he mind? He looked like he was ready to move on, so I scooted out of his way. Hopefully I just seemed like I was zoning out. Damn it, Leon, what are you thinking? His mind is a complete puzzle to me. I wish he'd throw me a bone. I'm not the master of unlocking over here. Ha! Followed close behind him as we left the shed and glanced at Dejinja as we walked by. Oh, please don't talk to him again, Leon, please. Doing me a small kindness, Leon forged ahead to a small room embedded in the gate that contained a single lever. The lever only moved left or right, presumably corresponding to the two sides of the gate. I assumed we had to make a decision. Well, if anyone cares about my opinion here, I choose... Oh. I'm trying to remember. Which way was... One way was the chainsaw ladies. Also, why does this look like a butt plug? We'll go left. He picked the right path before I could say anything. I certainly hope it lives up to its name. Well, I, for one, can't wait for it to turn out to be a death trap. Who needs to be safe for more than 10 minutes? Not Ashley Graham, that's who. Oh man, we're loading more episodes. He saved so few times. Well, he is playing professional mode, so. Well, time to play the loading game. This is going on a lot longer than I thought it would. I Googled this game and it said a half hour. We are an hour and a half in. You're here for it. My God, it's gonna take forever. It's gonna take forever. Well, the baby left me. I don't know when she left me. Oh, are we done? Did we load? 2 roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by. Has made all the difference. All right. Door connected to another outside area that resembled a valley. Steep slopes and network of wooden fixtures gave me the impression of a dam, or at least some kind of funneling structure. That's probably a bad thing. We broke into a run, aiming for the wooden partition in front of us. The area was deathly silent, which I hoped meant we were safe, but given our luck so far, it was probably the exact opposite. Because the universe loves nothing more than malicious irony, a massive thud landed somewhere behind us. I just know I'm going to regret turning around. Hey look, the physical embodiment of my regrets! Also, what kind of monster? Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Oh no. Man, I know I like alphas when I'm on my period, but come on. No, stop. Have mercy. Forcing myself back to reality, I pushed aside the immediate questions about how such a monstrosity could exist or what I kind of liked the ripped shorts look. As my mind entered pure survival mode, I employed my other newfound ability, pointing out objects in the environment for Leon to shoot at. Looking upward, I saw a boulder precariously perched on some wooden planks. It seemed oddly convenient, but I wasn't about to look at a gift rock in the, sediment? Bad metaphor. I shouted, pointing at the boulder. It was an entirely vague command, but I figured he'd work it out, what with his passion for body language and busting wood. Yeah, I don't know if Leon thought it was super obvious, but I really appreciate the kindness of indulging my marginal contributions. As the boulder came tumbling down the line, whatever the hell it was, we took the opportunity to run toward the gate. Naturally, because it was every bit the death trap I feared it would be, the door was layered in much more chains than the vice president's sex dungeon, which is like the worst kept secret in Washington, by the way. By the by. With nothing else to do aside from panic, I turned my gaze back toward the monster, partly to monitor its recovery, but mostly because it was just so damn ugly. Thankfully, it seemed I can look at it safely from a distance without the parasite hacking my hormones. Now that I look at it, it kind of seems like a crossover between Quasimodo, the Hulk, and a toxic waste dump. Although that's not a bad idea for a slash fic. I'll store that one away for later. In the meantime, I should give this big boy a name. Labeling your trauma is the first step to a successful recovery. Let's see, the most notable feature, outside of being an abomination, is that he's tall, he's like a venti-sized cup of evil, but then I know better than to overestimate a man's size, so grande it is. Well, there's no need to get all huffy about it. A grande by any other name would still look as putrid. Oh right, I kind of forgot you're Satan's toe jam, and that I'm about to evacuate my bowels in terror. Silly me! Leon! I hurled my gaze like a wet sack at Leon, hoping rather desperately that he had made some kind of progress on the door, with a gun. And instead I found him kicking the chains. At first I thought the sight of the creature had driven him insane, because who seriously thinks they can break padlocks with their feet? But then the chains fell away and I remembered the insanity is nature's lockpick. As the creature began storming towards us, we bolted through the newly opened door. On the other side were some small makeshift houses, which is overselling what we were really dog houses tailored to human height. Subsidized housing, man. Leon ran into the narrow opening that might loosely be called an entrance, swiping a chunky, and some ammo from inside. Probably a good idea considering this building is about 60 seconds away from being demolished. Speaking of which, I wonder how Tall, Pale, and Ugly is faring with that barrier. And we're off. For reasons known only to God, maybe the government, Leon refused to run any faster than a jog. I know girls like a man who seemed coolly disinterested, but this is a little extreme. Another gate? Is this how immigrants feel? I'll never support border control again. The creature was mere feet behind us. It was over. It was going to trample Leon into a beautiful pulp and keep me as a Barbie doll to nibble my sweet little toes. Channeling his essential badass, Leon spun on his heels to make a final stand against the encroaching death tank. Wow, we're not crushed? Oh yeah, take that, you cold froth. No one messes with Ashley Graham's bodyguard. Looking at Grande's pitiful gesticulations, I was somewhat reminded of the fear and desperation I saw in Jenna's face after Klaus flashbanged her. Oh well, it's like my lit professor said, it's not a theme until it happens thrice. As Grande wrestled with the pain of absorbing a magnum bullet through his corneas, I thought we might take this opportunity to bolt, but Leon held firm. It's almost like he expects something else to happen. Something else is definitely going to happen, isn't it? Knowing our luck, he's probably going to transform. If that's the case, could he have at least had the decency to molt into something attractive? Backworms! I stared in awe as disgusting spider things sprouted from Grande's back like some blackhead from hell. What just happened? Why did my eyes go dark? Better to suffer the darkness of sight than the darkness of spirit, don't you think? Who are you? I don't remember inviting any other protagonists to my monologue channel. You know who I am. Well, you kinda look like me, except I don't usually look that good unless beer goggles are involved. You have always doubted yourself, always turned your gaze away from struggles you could not overcome. You need only to look within to find the soil from which I sprout. Yeah, I'm not following. Your mind was ripping at the seams, dearest Ashley, bearing witness to such unspeakable horrors overwhelming your psyche. I'm the taut thread of your innocence, the last bastion of your goodness. So, I'm schizophrenic. Great, as if my dating life weren't already in the hole. What you are is a victim of a father's singular ambition, of a mother's relentless pragmatism. Are you not in this very moment moored at the tide of their carelessness? Are you trying to say that it's my parents' fault that I'm the target of a Spanish cult? I mean, I blame them for plenty of things, but they didn't make me get in Klaus's car. Are the people who slickened the stairs not at fault when you tumbled down them? Listen, whoever you are or whatever you are. Lashley. Pardon? Lashley. That is the name you've given me in your heart. Okay, Lashley? Can we rain check this conversation? Leon's probably doing cool stuff and I need to help keep the flame kindled. You know what I'm saying? Very well, just remember, no relationship lasts longer than the one with yourself. Do not neglect it for an illusion. Okay, geez, you're worse than John. Fortunately, because that whole alter ego business happened in a synaptic level, only about 2 seconds had passed in the real world. From the relative safety of Leon's back, I turned over a dozen questions in my mind. Does extreme physical duress cause the parasite to expose itself? Does it just need a breath of fresh air away from the fetid smog that is Grande's body? I mean, really, look at that skin. Corpses are not loofahs, pal. Oh, hey, what's that shiny thing up there? Treasure? Focus, Ashley. Oh, right, sorry. Racked with pain and or embarrassment at its lack of hygiene, Grande collapsed to his knees. Leon stood firm and coolly reloaded his gun as if bored by the whole exchange, because in this world, toppling a giant merits as much attention as cooking SpaghettiOs. But before I could exercise my right to flee like a coward, Leon did something that I did not expect, nor could mentally understand. He holstered his gun and took out his knife. I had barely formulated the why in my brain before he dashed away at full speed. Needless to say, morbid curiosity kept me stationary. Doing his best pantomime of a crazed rodeo clown, Leon nimbly ascended Grande's back and began an assault on reason, safety, and the whole enterprise of dermatology. I winced as Leon began slashing away at the zit spider with powerful, deliberate strokes. However, this does give me a grand idea for a reality TV show. Dr. Pimple Popper. I'll definitely be making some phone calls. Grande writhed in what would have sounded to me like pain if I hadn't already forsaken the creature in my heart. Exploiting this moment of weakness, as all beautiful men are apt to do, Leon began to serenade the genocide giant with a lullaby. Powerless before Leon's velvety baritone, Grande collapsed into a deep slumber. Just kidding. Leon just shot him again. At the apex of Grande's flailing, his body went weirdly rigid. I've played enough RPGs to know he's probably gearing up for a desperate final attack. I need to warn Leon. I'll just imagine that he heard me. Grande's body, much like the cultist, began to decay immediately, which seemed cool at first blush, you know, because who really wants to clean up 1,000 pounds of unwashed dad bod? But then I thought that his body dust might end up flowing through the dam and into the local water supply. Major ew. American tap water isn't the greatest, I'll admit. But by Jove, it's not laced with particles of evil. Leon stepped forward as Grande became so much dirt and pillaged the gold bars. Am I seeing this right? He plundered the booty. I know I shouldn't be surprised by that, but seriously, was Saddle feeding him gold? No wonder the old bastard needs all that cheddar. It's basically minion mix. Leon casually inspected Grande's gold remains and then stuffed them in his pockets. Kind of funky, not gonna lie. Makes me want to bathe in Purell. So wait, Grande dissolved just like the cultist. That's gotta mean Grande was infected with a parasite too, right? And if you kill the parasite, the host dies with it? Okay, now Ashley, put those anime tears on hold for a sec. No need to jump to conclusions. Maybe Grande was a special case. I mean, was he ever even a man? I'm not necessarily screwed yet. Maybe there's still time to find a cure, and who's to say I'll turn into that? There's supposed to be some obvious symptom before you turn into one of them anyway. Right, a symptom. What kind of symptoms have I had? I coughed up the blood, and then there's the bubbles, and... Oh my god, Lashley, are you the symptom? Get out of me, you filth! Breathe, Ashley. I am a symptom, yes, of a world that teeters between chaos and cruelty. I do not speak for your vital organs. Well, okay, I guess you would know. Just give me a heads up if you feel any, corrupting influence. I surely will. I looked back as we ran onward, fearful that Grande would rise from the dead, because at this point, why not? But there was nothing, save for the careless whisper of the wind. I coveted that wind, I suppose. Now he uses his gun? Son of a bitch, Leon. Men have no right to say women are mysteries when they've got guys like this on their team. Not that that impairs my attraction, if anything. Just ahead of us was a door exactly like the one we entered. Leon was as unhurried as ever, but given what we just survived, I was glad for the breather. Grande, maybe in the next life you could be worthy of your ripped shorts. In the meantime, rotten hell. Such darkness lurks in your heart. Leave! Oh my god. I can't. I fucking can't. I inwardly sighed as the gate shut behind us, relieved to put that damn in the hopefully forever past. Against the backdrop of our recent ordeal, the relative peacefulness of this new area was quite striking. In the tapered whispering of the evening wind, I found some meager respite. Yeah, that sounds good. Leon pushed ahead, seemingly unfazed by tranquility and terror alike. Such endurance. I'm starting to believe the man is a literal Adonis, and that's fine by me. We ascended a hill and came to an area that seemed like a cliffside. To the left, there was a precarious stone bridge leading to an imposing door. The exit, very likely, of the other path I thought we should have taken. Hey, wait. That's Dejin up there. How stupid he must think we are, strutting into Grande's doomed funnel while he just strolled down Easy Street. Maybe if somebody had just followed my advice. Situated between the paths was a large gate adorned by a mask with one glowing red eye. Leon inspected the emblem briefly and then moved away toward a trail sloping off to the left. I guess puzzles don't interest you much when you are yourself a puzzle. At the top of the stairs, we stepped onto a gondola loading platform embedded in the mountainside. Love the patchwork sheet metal aesthetic they got going. Really reminds you of crippling poverty. The gondola cars moved up and down the line, so innocently committed to their electric destiny. It reminded me a lot of the American Rust Belt, charming as an idea in a third world sort of way. Fortunately, us coastal elites are much more too savvy to ever get on such an obvious death trap. Oh my god, wait for me, Leon. Okay, so we're on a rickety old gondola car suspended who knows how many feet over the Spanish abyss, but it's cool, we're cool. It's not like anyone else would be riding this thing at this time of night, right? What does your heart tell you, Ashley? Not nearly as much as that rifle. I wish I could see what was going on. Oh god, close your eyes. If you truly see, you must forego sight. I'm hip to that. Aside from Leon, sight hasn't done me a whole lot of good so far. Shh, let us focus. Behold. Oh god. Yum. Yum, 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 yum. Yum. Wait a second. I was talking about what Leon was shooting at. The eyes nourish the mind. Would you prefer poison to wine? Well, no, it's just, I don't like your trickster ways, Lashley. Very well, back to reality you so crave. Oh, looks like I missed round one. I mean, Leon's probably got it under control, so... Hey, Lashley, say no more. Ah, yeah, if this is my innocent side, call me a saint. I can't. Someone took time to create this. Someone took so much time to create this. Ashley, open your eyes. Seriously, you're the one who put these images in my mind. Don't even... Oh. Uh-oh. What happened? Am I alive? Well, more alive than that guy. I'll give Leon credit. He knows the right way to avenge a woman's honor, which is swiftly. Still, it's kind of horrible watching people fall into the nothingness. What's at the bottom, I wonder? It's probably trees, but I hope it's a whole bunch of grandes ready to eat the fuckers. Now on stable ground, I took inventory of my pain. Yeah, seems like a pretty good amount. I'm lucky that my face is free of hatchets. Sure, but gratitude is a poor substitute for Tylenol. Leon turned toward me with some kind of canister in hand. Are we going to graffiti their gondola? Because I'm feeling exactly that spiteful. Whoa, why is he aiming that at me? What is this? Pesticides to keep the bugs from eating my battered flesh? Weird, it smells like plants, like pot plants. Not that I would know anything about pot or have any experience with pot panics. All of a sudden there's a tingling feeling in my head. But I could feel the throb starting to get far away, and I feel like chuckling. Oh my god, this is pot. Wow, I'm feeling like really good. Like so good I almost forgive that axe-hurling madman. I mean, he was doing what his heart told him to do. Would I really be any different? Would any of us? We moseyed over a long staircase, heading downward, and proceeded, unsurprisingly, in that direction. So that's what it is. It's pot. We continued along the path at the bottom and soon came upon... Who else? The Jinja? The Jinja? I can't fucking say it. It's Murchie.
Welcome.
Maybe it's just because I'm coming off a high, but something seems a little off, don't it? There's just like an aura. Could also be his glowing red eyes. Yeah. But hey, I ain't gonna knock a dude for popping a J or 3 when this is your job. That's just self-care. This? We resumed our jog down the path and soon ran into another door, not unlike the ones in the village. Naturally, we proceeded without any concern for our safety. Naturally. Who cut the big cheese? Would you take look at that. It's Forest. Oh, hey, that reminds me of playing the song Dark Black Forest on DDR. It's a long way to go, honey, he said. I know, but I'm afraid. Where are we going? She asked. Into the dark black forest. Soon the narrow path fanned into a dead end featuring a solitary ramshackle warehouse type place. I bet 10 Spanish dollars that they keep the cultist Kool-Aid there. That's why we've come, right? To find an antidote to the evil within. As we approached the door of the building, I swallowed hard, trying to fight back the encroaching sense of loneliness and dread radiating hardcore from this place. Still, I tried to seem brave, if only for Leon's sake.
Better stay outside. Ashley, go hide.
Yeah.
Well, that's a load off. Time to cower. There wasn't exactly a ton of hiding spots, and I thought it was unwise to back myself into a corner, so I nestled myself between a nearby tree and some weird log shed. From my excessively dingy cover, I watched Leon carefully open the door and become one with the darkness. I wonder what Leon's going in there for. Maybe to meet another secret agent? But that doesn't explain why I have to hide. Oh, unless he thinks they might have double-crossed him. Drama. At the same time, it seems pretty dangerous to just leave me out here, in the open, in the middle of the forest, in the dead of night. Oh crap, I just remembered. I am vulnerable and terrified. Man, I never thought I would miss the dumpster. Garbage sanctuary. What has happened? Oh my god, the building is on fire. I mean, wow, I didn't know backstabbings happened that quick outside a general hospital. I really didn't want to leave my hiding place, but I was so afraid of what attention a flaming warehouse might draw from the saddlebound. Bereft of good ideas, I moved to the other side of the shed and desperately wished I could crawl into a morph ball and just roll out of here. Instead, I squatted intensely and watched nervously for any sign of Leon. Each passing second burned away a little more of the rope of my hope. My hope rope, you might say. For a moment, I was petrified by the thought that Leon had been murdered. Part of me really wishes I had Lashley's soothing mental imagery right now, but considering why she's in remission, I should probably stay vigilant. Listening more closely, I could hear noise coming from the warehouse. It sounded like bullets and shrieking. A rather unholy medley, but if it signals a struggle, that means Leon's alive! Give him hell, Leon, because otherwise I'll leave your ass for Ginger and never look back. Oh. Another few minutes passed and eventually the sound dissipated. I took a chance and ran up to the building, trying to hear better while avoiding first-degree burns. I heard something collapse, but it wasn't from the inside, peeked over the corner to the side of the building. I half expected to see Ginger, how the fuck do you say it? Murchie standing there. Actually, did Murchie know about this? Did he tip off the secret agent? Is he the secret agent? Did he teleport into the building? Is it the coat? Is it the source of his power? So many questions. As if to undercut my mounting anxiety, Leon tumbled through the hole in the siding and rolled coolly to his feet. Oh my gosh, Leon is safe. I'm safe. Ooh, take that, Murchie, you potential traitor love interest. I ran up to Leon, who looked a little scuffed and bruised. A good look on a man, I might add. Shows character. Maybe I should inquire further about the preceding incidents, so that he knows I'm thinking about him. Will you marry me? Are you hurt? Okay, well, maybe I'll ask later. Probably for the best, considering that the building is smoking more than the 50s. Oh boy. At least the episodes are going quick now. We made our way back to the gondola station, but before boarding, Leon turned his gaze to the towering silhouette looming over the darkness. Is that a castle? It's huge. So huge that I'm not sure how I missed it before. Right. Anyway, it'd be nice if someone there could help us, like a prince. A rich, handsome, filthy, fucking rich prince. Oh, what if Lewis is actually a prince? Like, he became disenchanted by wealth and decided to commit his life to the people after he realized they'd been denied the luxuries he had so long taken for granted? Like light bulbs. That sounds like a little hokey when I think about it, but I'm sure Lashley would say something like, better to indulge an innocent myth than a cruel truth. Rest in peace, his weird side of me. Leon sure looks nice. Wisps of fog only accentuate his excellent jawline and his arms so smooth and defined. It's not often you find a guy who can balance muscle and metro. I wonder what else he keeps shaved. Dirty thoughts. Sure is quiet without the threat of assault. I might not get many opportunities like this to chat with Leon. Maybe he'll answer a question or two. Hey, Leon. About this job. So what's the story behind you becoming my bodyguard, if you don't mind me asking? That's a little tough to explain. If you're worried about whether I can handle it, Leon, then don't. I'm tougher than I look. You're right. I shouldn't treat you like a kid. You've been through more in a day than most people will endure in a lifetime. You remember the former president shooting off those missiles at Raccoon City? How could I not? My dad was the Veep. It was all anybody talked about at my high school. Granted, most of that was just President Evil jokes. Did your dad tell you anything about what caused the incident? No, he wouldn't talk about it in private, but I've heard stuff from his cabinet. Something about a company called Umbrella making viruses into bioweapons and then it leaked into the city. Almost sounds quaint when you say it. Are you making fun of me, Leon? No, it's just I was there when it all happened. The death, the destruction, the smell. The news didn't cover half of it, and people wouldn't believe if they had. It was really hell on earth. What kind of things are we talking about? It's too horrible to describe. Let's leave it at that. Yeah, probably for the best. But what were you doing there in the city? Did you get stuck in the quarantine? Actually, I just graduated from police academy and requested an assignment at Raccoon City Police Department. It was supposed to be my first day on the force. Because I was young and stupid, I drove into town to see if I could help. Kind of hard to say. It was bad luck when I put myself in that situation. Oh, Leon, I sympathize with stupidly driving off to places you don't belong. Sounds to me like you should get an award for the worst first day ever. I guess my superiors thought so too. That's how I skipped a few rungs on the career ladder and wound up in the president's service. Of course, there are other reasons the government wants me close to the vest, but I'm afraid that's classified even for the president's daughter. Just you wait, Leon. I'll get my security clearance, learn all your secrets. Ooh. Your call, sweetheart. Just don't be disappointed if you find more skeletons and secrets in my closet. Huh. Oh my god, he called me sweetheart. Squee! So, Umbrella is gone, right? On paper, yeah. In reality, I don't know. A company like that knows how to survive in the shadows. Do you think Umbrella has something to do with this village and everybody acting crazy? Yeah, you're putting the pieces together pretty fast. Your dad said you were smart. Oh. Well, smart enough to never tell anyone how I got into this mess. Part of me wants to say no, it's not possible, and I do still believe Sadler is running the show here, but Umbrella did have satellite operations in Europe. And then there was that woman. Woman? What woman? A woman in a red dress. I don't guess you've seen anybody like that? Red dress. No, I haven't seen anybody like that. Good thing, too, because it sounds like competition. Although, wait a second. When I was crying in the church, I thought I heard someone rattling the doorknob, but they never came in. I wonder. Well, don't worry about it. It all just speculation at this point. And besides, our first priority is getting you out safely. Right. He's not telling me everything, but maybe that's for the best. I'm confused enough as is without layering on a shadowy corporate subplot. The gondola came to a halt, and with it my fantasy of continued conversation. Onward, I guess. Yeah, that was like the most conversation we had with him. Interesting. Oh. And we opened the door. Sweet, merciful Jesus. First off, secondly, ew. Maybe should have asked what went down that warehouse. Thirdly, scratch number 2. I made the right choice by not asking. Still in the spirit of the times, I'd like to say that this whole thing has become really unpleasant to my eyes. Holy shit, it's that late already? Oh, how much longer do I have of this? We might have to, because it's super late and I gotta get up early, we might have to continue this. Oh god, yeah, we gotta continue this another time. So we will pick this up and finish it on Friday. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope everyone has a wonderful, marvelous Valentine's Day, and I will see you guys next time. Take care, everyone. Have a good night. Have a good rest of your week, and bye-bye.